Okay, inner tubes. Today we'll talk about the 3-liter engine build for the 280Z. After coming to the very sad conclusion that we have to rebuild the engine, we've worked tirelessly and very quickly to get this whole assembly together. This is a 89mm piston, which makes the size of the bore 3 mm bigger, and as you can see, the bottom of this con rod has been shaved because I have balanced the entire engine to match all the rotating masses weight evenly. So we've got balanced rotating assembly. I've also gotten a 1mm thick head gasket from Right Hand Drive Japan with a 90mm bore size, so it fits this engine perfectly. However, we've got a major problem, as if you all notice, the keen eye people will notice that this is a dished piston. It's not a flat top, so compression ratio is down. On top of that, you see there is a 2.5 mm gap for the piston to reach TDC. There is still this extra squashed space that's not being used, and we have even customized the wrist pin to offset the height of this piston by 2mm. I will show you pictures of what we have done. Insert pictures here right now. If I did not make the custom wrist pins, bushes that offset the wrist pin to increase its height by 2mm, this squish area would have been 4.5mm. So this is already improved. However, it's not improved enough. So what we might have to do is actually skim the deck of the block. We've got to deck it another 1mm and remove the center piece of my head gasket, which makes up the bulk of the thickness. See, it's a multi-layer stainless steel metal head gasket. There is a center layer which is a harder material, which we will unrivet. Since it's 3 layers, we'll just use the 2 outer layers to seal the engine, and this middle layer would probably be about 0.6mm. So we'll save 0.6mm on the head gasket. We'll have to deck the block 1mm or 0.5mm, and then deck the head by 0.5mm as well. But that brings us to another problem of timing. We will need to time this engine to compensate for the shorter block so that it doesn't hit its valves at TDC. So anyway, it gets very technical from here on. My flywheel is also balanced. I will insert pictures of the flywheel here now, and we're hoping to get this sorted and done with this coming week. Here's the flywheel. These are standard factory balancing holes that come with the car and the standard flywheel. I may be wrong, but these are definitely the counterbalance to balance the weight of the rotating mass. So there is a sequence of how we need to install the pistons, the rods, and this will offset the balance for all of them. So anyway, we've got a lot of work cut out for us, and I'm hoping that we are able to figure the entire formula out and bang this out quickly. Here is another balancing point for our harmonic balancer or crankshaft pulley. As you can see, this is a custom-made unit, and we've built in a timing marker just in case we go with a standalone aftermarket ECU, should all else fail with the carburetor setup. So I have actually made some provisions for just in case shit hits the fan and the tuning on the carburetor fails. We've got this already made so that we can get trigger timing set easily here. So anyway, our big problem is because this piston is not a flat head piston. We've got too much space here, lowering the compression ratio. We've calculated this current setup, if we just put the engine together, compression ratio may be in the 6.3 to 1, which isn't ideal in today's in any ages driving condition. 6.3 is ridiculous. My target is actually 9.5, and we're very, very, very far away from that. I don't know how we're gonna achieve it, but we're gonna pull out all the tricks from the hat and hopefully achieve our 9 to 1 compression ratio, at least minimum 9 to 1 compression ratio. Anyway, I'm talking the hell out of this subject and I don't want to carry on. It's taken a lot of my time and my thinking space. We're gonna have to figure something out soon. Thanks for watching, guys. More videos coming your way. While we're at it, I just noticed I don't think I've ever spoken about our fuel pump setup. It will be this modified in-tank fuel pump system gotten from I think a Honda Civic. We've lengthened these rods so that the entire cup submerges and stays at the bottom of our fuel tank. We're gonna adapt this entire thing into our fuel tank over here. This is how it's gonna sit. We're gonna have to bust a big hole up on top here and weld this sandwich plate in so that everything is modular and easy to be replaced in the future. It's a long-term solution for something that can go wrong really badly. So this again is a provision in case we go with fuel injection. We already have the fuel pump set up to go fuel injection. Even if not, the fuel pump is modernized and we don't have any issues and worries about fuel delivery. Alright, inner tubes. After a second round of machine work being done to this engine, just polishing and resizing the bore a little bit, putting in the Nissan X-Trail pistons with brand new piston rings, 1 mm head gasket, We've skimmed the deck a few microns, as well as the head a few microns. Everything added up, probably we've removed 1 millimeter of material from the head and the block together, and with a 1 mm head gasket, and with the offset wrist pin for the axial piston, we have calculated about 9:1 compression ratio on this engine, which makes it pretty much like a stock L24 from a 240Z. We can live with that. It would be okay with that. So cam timing has been set, tappets have been shimmed properly, everything has been adjusted. We're going to slap on the head, reassemble everything on the engine, and then back into the car it goes. So later today, this engine, if we're lucky, we'll see its first start. Unfortunately, I did not video or record the pistons installed, but take my word for it, because it's a little bit of a boring exercise, and you've already seen it once, so I'm not gonna record everything again. Meanwhile, we're working on the 924 turbo project. Been years and years, and this beautiful 2002 Ti has come in as well, so quite a lot of work being done, but we're here to update the 280Z project. So let me know what you guys want to see. We're working on a lot of old cars. That's what we do best. It's nice, it's fun. Alright, till the engine goes into the engine bay, we'll keep this content 280Z based. Okay, inner tubes, the same day, we're moving forward. Surprise, engine is in. And I think we can start the car now. This will be the first startup with this new engine, 3 liter, 9:1 compression ratio. We've hooked up the makeshift fuel pump and fuel tank over there. Engine is in startup mode. Engine is in startup mode. And we're gonna check if the second radio I've ordered is going to work or not. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's start it up. Okay. Voila. It's alive. One crank, man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. One crank start. Beautiful. I'll just let you guys listen to the engine run on its own. You don't need words for this. That's an air divider block. No more fuel. It's gonna die. Alright. What a beauty. What a beauty. Oh my goodness. Lights up so nicely. What a beaut. Okay, inner tubes, this car is coming together very quickly, and very nicely. Dash is finally in, aircon is in, radio is in, everything is working. So we have done all the tests that is required of the dashboard and everything works now. It used to not work entirely. We have had to replace and refurbish, repair some of the meters to make them work properly. For example, RPM wouldn't go past 2000, then after that wouldn't go past 4000, and then yeah, we had to work our magic there. The oil pressure wasn't reading correctly. Fuel, obviously we had to calibrate ourselves because we're using a modern day fuel collector in the fuel tank. So fuel tank is out being modified. Volts, we retrofitted a light there to show us alternator light where the volts are, and so we've got this fuel reader light on as well, working. We also have a map light working. Let me sit in here. Map light turns on. Let's turn it off. Oh, sorry, it's here. Map light turns off. Aircon is here. Let's start her up. Let's start her up. It's been a while. Amazing, one click start. I didn't expect that. So RPM works beautifully. Let me turn on the lights. Wow, nice green LED. Nice green LED lights. Check that out. They are brilliant. Even in daytime, broad daylight, we can see it. This is a cold start. If you don't believe me, engine temp is cold. Oil press not hooked up yet probably, but we've already tested that and it works fine. Voltage is good. Fasten seat belts. We have the seat belts working as well. This works. This light is actually correct. Wants us to put on our seat belt. Hazard light works. Double signal. Left signal, right signal, everything's working. Even the trip meter works. Trip meter works. Let's get into gear and see. Let's see it run for a short while. Radio works nicely. Temperature coming up. Gear shifter looks good. It's a 4-speed gearbox. Let's go into second gear. Pop the clutch. Oh. Wheel spinning. Speed sensor is not turned on yet. So nice. So nice. This is spinning on its own. The fan is blowing so strong. Brand new clutch fan. Exhaust manifolds. Solex 50s. Air accumulator for the vacuum and the brakes. Let's turn the aircon on. Let's check out the aircon. Blowing at full speed now. We've got temperature control here as well for aircon. Nice. Everything's blowing nicely. What a beaut. What a beaut. Headlight, a separate switch. Alright, that's the update for now. Almost there. Okay, inner tubes, this is as complete as this 280Z has ever been. We've removed the center console because I'm adapting this to be a right-hand drive, right side. Little bit noisy, yeah, it is. And we still do not have the doors and all the glass panels installed. It's at the painter shop, and this car's got to go back to the painter shop to get all those installed. The final fitment: hood, windscreen, doors, rear hatch. So now we're gonna go for a test drive as it is. Amazing, right? We're actually gonna go test drive the car for the first time. Let's do its cold start and see how it goes. I've got one original Z seat in there and one Mazda Speed MX-5 seat in there. Full bucket, standard Ori. Start. One click start, as expected. Triple Solex or Mikunis. What a beaut. What a beaut. Okay, this will be the last video for this episode until the next episode where we fully assemble the car. Let's go for its maiden test drive. I'll wait for it to warm up first. We'll just go for a light spin around the block. The daytime running lights are so bright. So bright. Makes me think that the lights are actually turned on. They are not. Let's get this car under the sun. Here we are, guys. We're driving the 280 down the road. Really cool, right? No doors. Everything works. Stop the video for a short while so I can drive properly. I don't want to get into trouble.